Today's question: I'm not getting the results I want out of my training, what should I do? Now, the first thing, without knowing the person or what training they're doing, is what is your goal? So if your goal is to get stronger, like you, let's say, want to get stronger in the back squat, you want to increase your 1 rep max, is your training geared towards doing that? Like if you're coming into the gym and you're doing loads of high intensity training and you're only back squatting once a week, and you're doing running and cardio 4 nights a week, then yeah, you're not going to be happy with the results because your training is not geared towards improving your squat. And this can happen for a lot of people, and it happens to me all the time, where I will try and, I want this, I want to increase my bench press, I want to be super lean and muscular, and I also want to be super aerobically fit, and I want all these things to align together at the same time and be awesome. But unfortunately, that is not how training works at all, unless you are a freak of nature. For most people, you should focus on one thing at a time. And then once you get to that thing, it's much easier to maintain it than it is to get to it. So for example, if your goal is to get stronger in the squat and other lifts, then your training should be geared primarily towards strength training, and everything around it should support that strength training. So for example, if your goal is to increase your back squat, but you're also trying to train for a mini marathon, the mini marathon is definitely going to eat into your strength training results, because your legs are going to be tired, you're going to be physically tired, and it's going to eat into your squatting. So squatting is the goal. Your mini marathon time is going to have to just suck, or you're not going to have to do it, and you're just going to have to do less running training. Similarly, and in reverse, if your goal was, I want to run a half marathon, and you're only running once a week, and you're finding it brutal, but you're doing, squat training 3 times a week for strength, then with the marathons or the half marathons you go, then your squat training has to go on the back burner, and you have to do more running. And what can happen with people, particularly if you're on social media where you see Instagram and stuff, you see loads of these different workouts, you go, I'll try this, I'll try that, I'll try this, is that you can blend all these workouts together and you're getting the worst thing ever. And that happens to everyone. It happens to me constantly, where my training's going well, and then I'll start adding stuff in, and because I'm adding stuff in, I burn myself out. I get injured, or I get too tired, and I can't, and I slip my focus and I get nowhere. So what I would say to the person is this: is your training geared towards what you want? So is that hypertrophy, building muscle? Is that getting stronger? Is that improving your conditioning and cardio? Is that weight loss, where your training and dieting is managed together? What is your goal, and does your training align to that? If it does, then maybe and if your training plan is working, so if your training plan is a strength training plan, and you're still not getting results in the squat, maybe you need to tweak your program. But for most people, generally, I see online or I work with, is that, and speaking for my own self, is that basically people want everything at once, and unfortunately you should focus on one thing at a time. Once you get that thing, tick the box, move on to the next thing, and you can maintain what you had. So if you want to increase your squat strength, once you get there, brilliant, you can maintain that by doing less squat training, and then you can go on to the other things, and you still have your squat there, and you can move on to the next thing. Then you do the next thing, maintain that, and repeat that process, and eventually you'll have all the things you want done, but you just can't focus on them all at the same time. All right, guys, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, or you want help with your programming or your training or anything like that, you can message us or message us in the comments, or message us privately, and we'll help you online training and things like that. And or of course when the gym is open, if you're watching this when the gym is open again. All right, guys, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, comments below, and as always, hope you have a good day. Cheers.